Luck seems to be on the side of some people, whether they're defying death, showcasing their tricky skills, or simply being in the right place at the right time. We've compiled a list of the top 100 luckiest people alive. The 18-wheeler went to great lengths to avoid the oncoming vehicle. In a moment of carelessness, a woman was standing too close to the road while washing her car, but luckily only felt a slight bump from a passing vehicle. Caught on camera, an avalanche and a massive rock plummet onto a white car on a Chinese road. The driver of this truck lost control, wiggling a little too much and snaking its way into the ditch, losing its load in the process. Imagine having a plane fly just inches over your head. One man narrowly escapes disaster in this incredible footage. Lightning struck a boat sailing through the overcast Miami skies, but to everyone's surprise, the vessel emerged unscathed and continued its journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a miracle! The car's contents decided to make an impromptu exit at this location. The cameraman found himself in a life-threatening situation when a car came hurtling towards him. While this tyre missed the biker, the same cannot be said for these plants. They might need a little more than water to come back to life. The truck driver must have been pretty impressed to ask about the brand of the bike that these people were riding. We won't tell anyone that was part of the trick, so don't worry, guy. This skier was definitely aiming for over. If this card had shifted just a few inches, this man might have been in serious trouble. These guys were definitely in the danger zone, but let's hope the shots they got were worth it. Move over, Spider-Man. This Spider-Mom does whatever a spider can. He may not win the race, but he definitely earns style points for his impressive moves. These playful dogs went from a game of tag to a game of bowling in seconds. It might be time for these drivers to invest in some bulletproof glass. Safety first, folks. When the road disappears, slow down. Who knows what might be lurking ahead? When you use another vehicle as a ramp, this is what happens. No, this lady is probably not okay. All slip, no grip. This moves all in the hips. Whoa, that was a close call. This person almost stumbled into a seriously messy situation. This kid is a true hero for saving another child from harm. Bravery at its finest. Talk about good timing. This boat managed to escape just before the forest collapsed in a flash flood or mudslide. This bicyclist had a need for speed, but things got a little topsy-turvy when a car got in the way. Whoever was driving that white car must have been a real jerk. I hope the motorcycle put them in their place. I wonder if car insurance covers falling debris. Yikes. This man deserves a raise. He's out here risking his life to get the perfect shot. Ah, the famous leg counterbalancing technique. It takes skill to pull off moves like that. This overturned vehicle almost spelled the end for these two pedestrians, but thankfully they made it out alive. Sometimes luck is on your side. This is a great example of being in the right place at the right time. This guy's balance is seriously envy-inducing, even on solid ground. Maybe not the best spot to park a bunch of parked cars, but it's sure made for a cool shot. This kid is Steph Curry of football, impressive skills and talent. That was a close one. Looks like this driver narrowly avoided a collision with the white striped car. Drive-through option? I don't think this is what they meant. Can you imagine a plane flying so close to your head that you can feel the wind from its wings? The two cars barely avoided a catastrophic collision, but luck was on their side and they emerged unscathed. The driver in this video had only a split second to react as an out-of-control truck barreled towards them. Miraculously, they managed to escape the crash by the skin of their teeth. The plane seemed to have it out for this man, narrowly avoiding a tragedy that could have landed him in the hospital. The car was struck by lightning, but incredibly, nothing happened to the occupants inside. It was a close call, but they were lucky to escape unscathed. Imagine being in danger while using the bathroom, but having a quick-thinking colleague to help you out. That's what happened to this guy, and it's a story you won't forget. A round iron plate hurtled towards the car, narrowly missing it by inches. If the car had been going any faster, it would have been a disaster. Working in a warehouse can be dangerous, as one employee found out when they narrowly escaped a pile of falling packages. Their quick reflexes saved them from a potentially life-threatening situation. The old woman was saved from a nasty fall thanks to the quick thinking of a passerby. It's a small act of kindness, but it makes a big impact. The tractor-trailer slowed down just in time to avoid a collision with a small car. The driver's quick thinking helped avert a catastrophe. The motorcyclist narrowly avoided being crushed by a pile of sand from a trailer. It was a lucky escape that left them shaken but unharmed. Imagine being on your way to work when suddenly a mattress falls out of the sky and cushions your fall. That's what happened to this lucky guy, and his reaction is priceless. The quick reflexes of a skilled mechanic save them from a deadly collision with oncoming cars. It's a reminder of the importance of staying alert on the road. This guy's trust in his friend paid off in a big way. Watch and be amazed at how their teamwork saved the day. This girl deserves all the lucky points for her incredible escape from a dangerous situation. Watch and be amazed at how she manages to emerge unscathed. With sheer determination and skill, this guy prevented a car from drifting down the road and causing a serious accident. His quick thinking saved the day. Success doesn't come easy, and this guy knows it. Watch and be inspired by his unwavering determination to achieve his goals. Was it luck or skill that caused the skateboard to fall perfectly into this skater's hand after a fall? Watch and decide for yourself. This journalist was so dedicated to getting the story that he narrowly escaped a hospital visit. With a shelf of full goods falling towards him, this man was incredibly fortunate to have avoided being crushed. Sitting innocently on the sidewalk can be dangerous, as this person found out when a car suddenly rushed towards him in the dark. This dry branch missed by a mere inch. A true stroke of luck, if there ever was one. When out at night, you never know what dangers may be lurking. Fortunately for this guy, he was quick enough to avoid a car crash. A billboard falling onto the busy street could have been a disaster, but luckily, everyone was able to get out of the way in time. The sharp blades of a tractor can be deadly, which is why it's important to approach bends with caution. Playing with lions can be a dangerous game, but in this case, a tiger's quick thinking prevented a tragedy. This man had a close call with a forklift, narrowly avoiding being crushed by it. While blue whales are usually gentle giants, they can still pose a danger when they jump out of the water, as this boat almost found out the hard way. This cameraman was so used to danger that he barely flinched when a car came rushing towards him, calmly taking photos as if nothing had happened. Dodging a baseball flying straight at you takes quick reflexes, and this man had them in spades. The throw was nothing short of beautiful, landing perfectly where it needed to be. This NBA play was a thing of beauty, showcasing the skills and precision of the players involved. The wheel may have looked thirsty for water, but luckily it didn't pose any real danger. A security camera captured the moment a tree fell onto a tuk-tuk, but miraculously the driver was unharmed. Lady Luck must have been looking out for him. The truck skidded on the road and came close to a stop right next to the car, narrowly avoiding a collision. Talk about lucky. car careened out of control and headed straight for a house. But thanks to quick reflexes, the girl inside narrowly escaped disaster. The man dodged a speeding car that skidded dangerously close, counting his lucky stars that he emerged without a scratch. Thanks to the driver's quick thinking and precise steering, a potential tragedy was averted. Luck played a major role in this close call. While skydiving, a woman ran into trouble with a parachute rope. Fortunately, she was rescued in time and emerged unscathed. When the floor beneath him gave way, this man had a miraculous escape from injury. Luck was definitely on his side. When a car crashed into the restaurant where he was dining, this man was terrified. Luckily, he emerged unharmed from the incident. A couple on a motorbike narrowly avoided a collision with a passing car. Luckily, they were grazed only slightly and remained safe. After a harrowing incident on his motorbike, this man emerged unscathed. Talk about lucky. When two cars collided, a tree on the side of the road was knocked down and posed a danger to pedestrians. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the aftermath. In the viral video, a man defies all odds and accomplishes the impossible through sheer luck. A woman narrowly avoided being hit by a car while crossing the street. Talk about a lucky break. Just in time, a woman managed to leave the area before a train arrived, avoiding what could have been a disastrous situation. Luck was definitely on her side. In a frightening accident, a car was severely damaged, but miraculously, the driver walked away unscathed. Luck doesn't begin to describe it. During a practice session, a girl ran into trouble, but was rescued just in time. She emerged unscathed, thanks to some timely help. The wheel spun at a dizzying speed, narrowly missing the woman. She was lucky to escape unscathed. In a stroke of good fortune, the car merely grazed the man as he traversed the road, leaving him unharmed. With her life hanging by a thread, the climber was fortunate enough to have a friend who caught her just in time. The car deftly avoided flying debris on the road, preventing a disastrous incident. Thank goodness for quick reflexes. A close call with boulders tumbling down the mountain, but fate was on the driver's side and no harm was done. When aluminium bars tumbled off the vehicle in front, the driver behind narrowly dodged a potential accident. thanks to a lucky break. Two cars zoomed past each other at alarming speed, narrowly avoiding a catastrophic collision by a stroke of luck. Despite a truck slamming into the motorcycle parked on the side of the road, the rider miraculously emerged from the accident unharmed. A deer darted across the road, catching the driver off guard. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the unexpected encounter. When a car collided with a bike next to it, the rider was lucky to avoid any harm. The car merely brushed past with no damage, much to the relief of those involved. Luck was on the man's side as he narrowly escaped injury in a dangerous situation involving a car. With quick thinking and a dose of good fortune, two men managed to escape unscathed from a serious accident. A wheel flew off a truck after a crash, posing a significant threat to pedestrians nearby, but miraculously, no one was hurt. Pedestrians were left shaken, but thankfully unharmed after a close call with a passing truck. A stroke of luck saved a motorcyclist from danger when a car crashed into their parked bike. Despite a car overturning and landing on the ground, another driver managed to brake in time and avoid harm. With a train hurtling past at breakneck speed, those standing perilously close to the tracks were incredibly lucky to escape unscathed. When a car lost control and crashed onto the road, the motorcyclist behind narrowly avoided disaster through sheer luck. The man stood frozen in fear as the car screeched to a halt just inches from him. How was he able to remain so composed? The tractor accident caused significant damage, but miraculously no one was hurt. Share your thoughts on this close call. Capturing a lightning strike on camera may be thrilling, but it's also incredibly dangerous, especially in the rain. Have you ever taken such a risk? My heart skipped a beat as the tree shook violently, and I feared the worst for the man cutting it down. The dangers of tree removal cannot be underestimated. In a breathtaking display of skill, the white racing car soared over another vehicle to claim victory. How did it pull off such a stunning move? The girl looked bewildered as the trash bag fell on her, threatening to ruin her freshly taken shower. Can you imagine the shock of such an unexpected incident? The cameraman and driver survived a harrowing crash thanks to the tree that shielded them from harm. Watch the miraculous escape unfold. It was a close call for the janitor working below as a wheel fell off from above. but she managed to dodge it just in time. The importance of workplace safety cannot be overstated. Danger looms for the motorcyclist as they continue to ride recklessly. Will they change their ways before it's too late? Two strokes of luck saved a woman from harm when lightning struck a nearby tree, causing debris to fly past her. Watch the incredible footage of her escape. The drivers of two colliding trucks were incredibly lucky to walk away without injury. Witness the unbelievable outcome for yourself. Crossing the road can be a risky endeavour, so it's essential to exercise caution at all times. Stay safe out there. Something feels off. Take a moment to examine the scene and share your observations. The deafening roar of a lightning bolt striking a massive tree filled me with dread, but thankfully no one was harmed. Reflect on the power of nature in this awe-inspiring moment. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event that defies explanation. Is it luck, fate, or something else entirely? Table tennis enthusiasts will marvel at the impressive skills on display in this video. Prepare to be amazed. My heart stopped as the massive whale breached the water's surface, narrowly missing the girl. Was it a friendly greeting or a close call with disaster? Luck or skill? This video could have been a tragedy if the distance was just a few inches off. The crane hook narrowly missed the worker, sparing him from a potentially fatal injury. Luck was on his side that day. Impatience in traffic can have dire consequences. Take your time and stay safe. The van driver displayed impressive maneuvering skills, avoiding a collision with the truck just in time. The concrete pole fell in the opposite direction, avoiding injury to anyone. A lucky escape. This driver stumbled upon a massive tornado, capturing its destructive power on camera. These two guys nearly collided while performing their acrobatic moves, leaving us wondering if it was planned or just sheer luck. Thankfully, the crate that was lifted did not cause any harm to anyone nearby. Luck was on their side. The motorcycle's brakes saved the day, narrowly avoiding a serious accident. Three boys caught in a storm narrowly avoided getting struck by lightning and quickly sought shelter. The driver's drift was executed with such precision. It must have taken a lot of practice to achieve. Witness an incredible basketball shot that defies the odds, leaving us wondering, was it pure luck or skill? This guy's lucky dodge of a ball leaves us in awe. Was it pure luck or a display of skill? Luck was definitely at play when the axe bounced off in a direction that defies explanation, leaving us in awe. When a piece of meat has more luck than you do, it's time to reconsider your choices. This kind of luck is what everyone dreams of having. Have you ever wished for such good fortune? Witness a unique golf swing that's sure to impress. Can you pull it off? A near miss on the road leaves us wondering if he needs to slow down and stay more cautious. 4 cars narrowly escaped a collision with a truck that miraculously regained its balance in this heart-stopping video. Mother Nature's wrath is captured in this breathtaking footage as floodwaters rise rapidly, but luckily everyone made it out unscathed. Is this rugby player blessed with luck or just incredibly skilled? Watch this game-changing moment and decide for yourself. With a strong support team by our side, anything is possible, and this inspiring story proves it. A wood truck spills its load on a busy road, narrowly avoiding a collision with other vehicles. The tension in the air is palpable. Flying a plane may seem exhilarating, but danger is always present, as this daring experience proves. They say that luck often follows misfortune, and that was certainly the case for this driver, who avoided falling off a cliff thanks to some fortuitously placed trees. In a stroke of good fortune, 4 tyres fell off a truck right in front of the videographer, but miraculously, no other vehicles were hit. This girl may have a lucky star shining down on her, but the driver of the car she narrowly avoids hitting is equally blessed to have avoided a terrible accident. Have you ever experienced the unbelievable luck of getting 3 things for the price of 1? With reflexes like a pro athlete, this woman impresses as she expertly catches a falling iPad with lightning-fast reactions. The school bus took a dangerous risk, driving through a flood, but thankfully it all ended well without any harm done. Life is full of surprises, and this rugby player's impressive score caught everyone off guard. Watch in awe as the bird defies the odds, surviving after being swallowed by a shark and then regurgitated back out. The sight of lightning striking a power line above moving vehicles is enough to give anyone chills. A truck loses some tyres on a busy road, but thankfully no collision occurred and the driver escapes unscathed. This heart-stopping footage shows a surfer narrowly avoiding a shark attack, thanks to some quick reflexes and a timely call for help. Is this bowler just incredibly skilled or blessed with unbelievable luck? Watch this incredible feat and decide for yourself. May your day be filled with happiness and good luck, just like this guy in this video. Against all odds, this truck managed to navigate through the treacherous floodwaters. Luck must have been on their side. Brace yourself for a jaw-dropping performance by athlete Dougie Isaacs, who just shattered his own Guinness World Record in this game. Watch in awe as a man fearlessly surfs on top of a shark in this unbelievable footage. The cyclist takes a tumble, but luckily the ambulance arrives just in time, within a matter of seconds. This incredible scene captured on camera might seem like a scene straight out of an action movie, but in reality, it was just a stroke of luck for everyone involved. This guy's incredible agility deserves a perfect 10 score. Here's hoping you have a lucky day just like him. Stuck in the middle of a raging stream, this crane truck driver's luck comes through as he miraculously manages to get to the other side. Two cars barely escape as the front of a building comes crashing down onto the road. It's a miracle that everyone made it out unscathed. Taking on a dangerous turn, this driver must have lady luck on his side to make it out unscathed. It's moments like these that remind us just how lucky we can be. Let's hope this day continues to bring good fortune. Death may have been asleep, but luck was certainly awake and on the side of this truck driver, who narrowly avoids a catastrophic accident. With luck on his side, no one could stop this player from scoring today. You won't believe your eyes as this girl sinks a basket from an unbelievable distance with just one hand. Crossing the street can be dangerous, but today luck was on this woman's side. A reindeer standing in the middle of the road could have caused a terrible accident, but thanks to the driver's attention and quick thinking, disaster was averted. Despite being completely soaked, this guy is all smiles thanks to the good fortune that came his way. In the face of danger, this mechanic's lightning-fast reflexes saved him from harm's way. The car narrowly avoided being hit by the truck that was just 1 second late. The entire escalator collapsed, causing a moment of shock among the people, but luckily, no one was injured. The car's wheels were thrown off and flew backwards, posing a serious threat if they were to hit someone. Imagine being in this guy's shoes in this video. What would you do? Bricks fell continuously due to the strong wind, but miraculously they landed only inches away from the man without harming him. A man narrowly avoided being hit by a bus that almost collided with him. The woman tripped while entering the elevator and nearly got trapped, but she managed to escape just in time. Despite the pole piercing his shirt, the athlete was lucky enough to escape without any injuries. Luck plays an inevitable role in life. The truck suddenly crashed into the area where the workers were standing, but miraculously, no one was injured. Despite the fall, the two individuals were safe after colliding with a pickup truck on the road. This man saved a little girl on a bicycle and injured his leg in the process. The man's jump helped him evade the fast rolling wheel. After slamming the door, the ceiling collapsed on this guy. What could have made him so upset? This fair play moment in football is truly commendable. How could the elderly man possibly commit such an act? The car may have grazed the man's leg. As the truck stopped in front of a motorbike repair shop, all the salt loads on the car started pouring down. This guy narrowly avoided getting hit by the falling salt loads. While building the brick wall, it suddenly collapsed, but miraculously missed hitting this guy. The overinflated tire blew out, posing a serious danger to anyone standing near it at the time. Inattentive to her surroundings, this girl crossed the street and narrowly avoided being hit by a passing bus. The car escaped being hit by the falling tree. Was it the fella's skill or just good luck? This guy landed his motorcycle just a few feet from a car. Was it luck or the skillful maneuvering of the vehicle? These people took a dangerous risk by jumping together in an elevator that almost collapsed. Crossing the road safely requires paying attention and being aware of your surroundings. If he had not worn his seatbelt, he could have ended up in the hospital. Filming a flood like this is incredibly dangerous and should be avoided. Standing on the street to film racing cars was reckless, as demonstrated by the guy who was grazed by a passing vehicle. Don't make the same mistake. Perhaps this guy is laughing because he was lucky enough to avoid being hit by the skydiver who landed just a short distance from him. Bewildered, this guy narrowly avoided being hit by a homemade tricycle speeding towards him. Thankfully, this man avoided being hit by the bull's kick. Would you attempt to remove ice from a roof in this manner? This guy prevented the store from having to replace their new glass door. A car, out of control, crashed into the side of the road, but luckily the schoolboys were able to dodge it. The 18-wheeler went to great lengths to avoid the oncoming vehicle. The car's contents decided to make an impromptu exit at this location. Emerging from the depths, this monster toppled the hapless kayaker. For his life, but more like jogging frantically. Railroads are a strict no parking zone for a reason. Imagine being the passenger when the driver suddenly loses consciousness. If you want to wash your hair the most complicated way possible, this is it. This is precisely why we leave certain jobs to the professionals. One would assume that driving faster would be a logical choice to avoid the flood, but apparently not. Practicing your drifting in this location is probably not the wisest decision. With no turn signals, no horns, and no helmets, it's a miracle that things turned out okay. He was inches away from disaster, and luck was the only thing that saved him. To avoid getting hit, step 1 is to backpedal rapidly. Note to self, be more cautious when purchasing gum in the future. It might seem silly, but it was actually a rather impressive landing. It's a miracle that she survived, but we're grateful that she's okay. This incredible leap of faith was the only thing that saved this man's life. Looks like I'll need to consult the rule book to figure this one out. It's clear that he possesses superhuman strength. That slip and fall could have easily resulted in a fatal accident. These moves are on a whole other level of mastery. Would you like your storm-shaken beverage served hot or cold? Thanks to their lightning-fast reaction time, this driver narrowly avoided a disaster. I must get my hands on at least 20 of these tissue boxes. Thankfully, this swimmer was able to avoid becoming a predator's dinner. If you ever stumble upon a secret underground passage, move quickly and don't look back. Perhaps it would have been wise to evacuate the people before taking action. This fearless woman isn't afraid of anything. First, he feeds it, and then he scares it. An unusual approach, to say the least. And now for his next trick, he vanishes into thin air. This compassionate individual went above and beyond to save a helpless animal in distress. This woman narrowly avoided a serious accident on the road. Let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of safe driving. Traffic can be full of surprises, as this driver found out. The car was stuck by wooden slats, but thankfully the driver escaped unscathed. Lightning struck dangerously close to this man while he was filming, leaving him visibly shaken. The only bridge connecting the two banks was washed away by floodwater, and one driver learnt that lesson the hard way. A close call for this helicopter pilot who almost crashed into the mountain. Heart-stopping moments as a pedestrian narrowly avoids being hit by a car. Do you think these two vans collided? Comment below. Unbelievable footage of a man passing through a narrow gap in a rock face, unharmed. After a crane fell, one man escaped with no injuries. Was it just luck? A skilled kayaker performs a perfect flip, but was it skill or luck that kept him steady? Good reflexes saved the day in this near miss. The white car narrowly avoids a collision with a container truck, leaving it unscathed. Only luck saved this person from serious injury in a snowy accident. Miraculously, one woman emerged unscathed from a series of collisions. This basketball player makes an incredibly long-range shot, leaving viewers amazed. A car slides uncontrollably towards another vehicle, but comes to a sudden stop just inches away. An incredible save from the goalkeeper leaves everyone wondering whether it was skill or just plain luck. Was it skill or luck that allowed this driver to calmly dodge an oncoming truck? A flying tyre poses a serious danger to anyone on the road, and this one is no exception. Heroes like this are always needed during floods, rescuing those swept away by the rushing water. The girl narrowly avoided being struck by lightning when it hit a tree right beside the pool. Even standing on the sidewalk can be dangerous when trucks like these pass by. In this video, the next person was incredibly lucky to have escaped unharmed after being dragged along the road by a crane. Regularly checking your brakes at the garage is crucial for safety on the road. When the guy paragliding had a broken seatbelt, luck was on his side, as he was able to grab onto the parachute and safely land. The woman in this case was fortunate to avoid being hit by the horse as it lost control. Watching F1 racing in a dangerous way is strongly discouraged, as even a small mistake can cause severe injuries. Checking your brakes regularly is crucial for avoiding accidents like this. Using two tractors to pull a large truck was a mistake, as shown when the other guy almost got hit by the out-of-control truck. This lucky dog managed to avoid being hit by a skier. It was incredible luck that allowed him to hit the plastic cup with a card after days of trying. But what's even more amazing is that he did it 2 times in a row. What may seem like an unlucky basketball shot was actually incredibly fortunate. This trash removal technique is a game changer. This car almost collided with its owner, who was lucky to avoid being hit. Though it looked like a planned jump, it was actually a lucky jump, as the guy in black was unaware of how close he was to hitting his friend. Thank you for watching our video today, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of our future exciting content. Here's hoping luck will be on your side today. Farewell, and we'll see you soon.
Hôm nay mọi người dùng tiền thưởng của team đi liên hoan với nhau, thì có mọi người thì cái thời gian đấy nó giúp cho